Alright, so here is what we created for the last sprint. So you had asked my team to create a high fidelity framework for the app Housekeep that you've been had this idea for, doing household maintenance planning. Things that you wanted to include in this that were in our definition of done was to have buttons that actually navigate you through the pages so that you can see how it looks. Like this one right here, this Let's Get Started button. If you click on it, it'll take you to another page like this to get set up for your user profile. And all of them have buttons that you can press that will bring you to those pages. So that was something that was in our definition of done. We also made sure to include that this home bar down here is the same on every page, so that if you are through an app and you need to navigate somewhere else like home or the inventory or profile to change something quickly, you're able to do that. With this project, there were some things that went well and some things that we need to improve on. So one thing that went well was our team was able to meet on a consistent basis, and all our tasks assigned by the weekly product owner were handled by the end of the sprint. And when someone would have issues, we would all come together to make sure our backlog items were taken care of before our sprint retrospective, where we'd go back and we'd look at what things went well for the week and what things needed to be improved. And so if you saw how this started out, it basically started out on just a sheet of paper. We had pens and we drew everything of how it was going to look. And then as we progressed, we collaborated on how we could condense the pages that we created, because we had like, I don't know, maybe 30 different pages. I think each of us had 5 pages that we created, and by the time that we finished, we only had less than 10. Something that we could have improved on, though, while working on this project was none of us were super familiar with the software that we used, both to keep track of project improvement through Jira, which had a lot of tools to show like burn down and burn up reports to see how we were tackling our backlog items, and Google Slides. There's a lot of things, a lot of tools that are in it. Like with the slideshow presentation, you can add these buttons so that when you click on them, it takes you to another slide, which helps with the mock-up of the app. And we just weren't super familiar with any of it, so it made it hard to get some of the work done autonomously and efficient. That's kind of the impact that it had on us, was we spent a lot of time just trying to understand it. But we've all done stuff with technologies, not this one in particular. But the solution that we found was that in our planning events at the beginning of the week, whoever was assigned to be the product owner or the Scrum Master for the week spent time on how to use the softwares. They would share their screens and we would teach each other. We also put links in our WhatsApp group to videos on utilizing the tools in each software. And that really helped to push the work forward and help us to be a little more efficient on completing this project before the end of the sprint. One agile principle that was learned was that collaboration and self-governance is the key to success in agile project management. So because there is no project manager, it's up to everyone in the team to ensure that the work gets completed. And that was unique. Instead of having a project manager who kind of is over everybody and dishing out tasks for people to complete, and also being the one to facilitate the meetings and making sure that everything goes smoothly, it was up to everybody in the agile group that we had. There were 5 of us, and so all of us were responsible for making sure that whatever was set for our definition of done by you, the stakeholder, it was up to the 5 of us collectively to make sure that we met all the requirements that were given to us.